Tired of hearing the same old electric car hype? Well, buckle up because Hyundai just dropped a bombshell that could change everything. They've unleashed a hydrogen-powered beast, the N74 fuel cell engine, and it's turning the entire automotive world on its head. Forget gas. Forget long charging times. Hydrogen has officially entered the race. This isn't just another eco-friendly headline. The N74 is a powerhouse combining thrilling performance with near-zero emissions. It's like strapping a rocket to your car and giving Mother Nature a hug at the same time, with Hyundai CEO proudly unveiling this revolutionary engine. One thing's clear: the future of driving might sound just as powerful, but without the pollution. Imagine the deep engine growl with nothing but clean air coming out the back. Now, that's the kind of revolution worth getting excited about. In this video, we're diving deep into Hyundai's hydrogen breakthrough, how it works, why it's a game changer, and what it means for the cars of tomorrow. Because soon, you might not be plugging in your car, you might be fueling it with the future. Here's the genius behind it. Unlike traditional EVs weighed down by massive batteries, hydrogen cars are light, fast, and efficient. They run on a fuel cell stack that combines hydrogen with oxygen from the air, generating electricity on the go. And get this, the only thing that comes out of the exhaust: pure water vapor. You're literally driving while watering the planet. And don't worry, this isn't as complicated as it sounds. Think of hydrogen as the next-gen version of fuel, only cleaner and smarter. Refueling takes just 5 minutes, not hours like EVs. Plus, hydrogen vehicles can travel farther on a single fill-up, giving you that coast-to-coast freedom without the constant hunt for charges. Hyundai isn't stopping there. They're going all in, expanding hydrogen tech to sedans, SUVs, and even heavy trucks. The goal: a full hydrogen ecosystem that redefines what zero emission really means. Now you might be wondering, if hydrogen's so great, why don't I see these cars everywhere? Fair question. They're still rare. Only around 15,000 hydrogen cars are on US roads as of mid-2022, but that's changing fast. California is already leading the charge with hydrogen fueling stations, spreading across major cities, and Hyundai investing heavily to make this clean tech accessible for everyone. So, could hydrogen finally dethrone both gas and electric? It just might. One thing's certain: the race for the future of driving has a new contender, and it's burning cleaner, faster, and louder than ever. You know what the most common element in the universe is? It's hydrogen. But don't let its pure and innocent atomic state fool you. Hydrogen is always looking for some action and always ready to bond with anyone and everyone in sight. And you know what? That makes it a great energy carrier. With the world's focus shifting towards reducing carbon emissions, hydrogen has emerged as a major player in the decarbonization of transportation, and that's where Hyundai comes in. They're not just working on developing an entire ecosystem for hydrogen fuel production, storage, and transportation. They're also making it more accessible and affordable for us common folk. Hydrogen combustion engines have some serious potential, folks. They emit no carbon dioxide or any harmful exhaust out of their tailpipes, just water vapor. And the best part: you won't have to worry about charging time, as it only takes about 5 minutes to refuel them for another 300 to 400-mile adventure. But wait, there's more. The hydrogen combustion engine can be used in a wider range of applications beyond transportation. It can be used in power generation, marine propulsion, and even in the aviation industry. That's right, the possibilities are endless. And you know what's even cooler? Hyundai's investment in this technology is expected to be a catalyst for other car manufacturers to step up and invest in similar technology. This will lead to more competition and innovation in the market, which will ultimately benefit us, the consumers. As you may know, traditional fossil fuels are a major contributor to air pollution and climate change, but with hydrogen fuel becoming more widely available and affordable, we could be looking at a game changer. Not only would it help reduce emissions, but it would also reduce our dependence on foreign oil. Now let's not get ahead of ourselves. Hydrogen combustion engines are still a new technology, and there are some challenges that need to be addressed before we see them dominate our roads. Now some of you may be thinking, but what about electric cars? They're the future, right? Well, yes and no. While EVs are undoubtedly great for the environment, they have one significant limitation compared to hydrogen cars. You can't just refuel or recharge them at home overnight. That means hydrogen drivers are dependent on both the reliable supply of the gas itself and an available fueling station. And let's be real, there aren't nearly as many hydrogen fueling stations as there are gas stations. But here's the thing: hydrogen fuel is renewable. Unlike fossil fuels such as gasoline and diesel, which are finite and will eventually be depleted, hydrogen can be produced using a wide array of sustainable methods. This gives it a significant edge when it comes to long-term energy security. One of the most common and promising sources for hydrogen is water. Through a process called electrolysis, water can actually be split into hydrogen and oxygen using electricity. When this electricity comes from renewable sources like solar, wind, or hydropower, the resulting hydrogen is considered completely green and environmentally friendly. This makes hydrogen not just renewable but also a clean energy carrier that does not contribute to greenhouse gas emissions during production if done sustainably. In addition to water, hydrogen can also be derived from biomass organic materials such as agricultural waste or wood chips. This method of hydrogen production repurposes waste material that would otherwise decompose and release methane, a potent greenhouse gas, into the atmosphere. Hydrogen can even be extracted through steam methane reforming, though this method is less eco-friendly unless paired with carbon capture technology. Nonetheless, the flexibility in how hydrogen can be sourced makes it a versatile solution for countries and companies looking to transition away from fossil fuels. The journey towards a hydrogen-powered future is not without its hurdles, but the path forward is illuminated with incredible promise. A key challenge lies in the very nature of hydrogen itself. It is the smallest and lightest element, which makes storing it efficiently a complex task. To be practical for vehicles, hydrogen must be compressed to extremely high pressures or liquefied at cryogenically low temperatures, both of which require advanced and robust tank systems. Furthermore, establishing a widespread and reliable network of hydrogen fueling stations is a massive infrastructural undertaking that requires significant investment and collaboration between governments and private industry. However, the momentum is undeniable. Countries around the world are recognizing hydrogen's strategic importance and are launching national hydrogen strategies to foster its production and adoption. We are seeing the emergence of hydrogen highways, planned routes with a series of fueling stations to enable long-distance travel. Beyond personal cars, the real near-term impact may be in transforming industries that are harder to electrify. Imagine container ships crossing the oceans powered by hydrogen, drastically reducing the carbon footprint of global trade. Picture fleets of heavy-duty trucks and buses, which require quick refueling and long range, running silently and cleanly on this abundant fuel. So, while the sight of a hydrogen car at your local fueling station might still be a novelty, the groundwork is being laid for a profound revolution. The roar of a hydrogen combustion engine is not just the sound of power, it is the sound of potential being unlocked. It is the sound of a future where our energy is clean, abundant, and derived from the most fundamental element in the cosmos. The question is no longer if hydrogen will play a major role in our energy future, but how quickly we can build the world to harness it. The race is on, and the finish line is a cleaner, quieter, and more sustainable planet for all. In summary, hydrogen fuel is not just renewable, it's revolutionary. It has the potential to reshape entire industries, drastically reduce environmental harm, and offer a sustainable, efficient, and practical path forward for global energy needs. As innovation continues, and the cost of hydrogen production decreases, the hydrogen combustion engine is quickly becoming one of the most promising alternatives to fossil fuel-based transportation.